Hey guys, it's Infinite Dice here. I was looking through some old files and I found my project called FuelTastic from a long time ago. Um, Now browsing the what's available online these days, and with the stock game, given the fact that you can create fuels out of ore, I was kind of pondering whether or not it would have any use to recreate it for 1.3. The last time I had it working was 0.21, so it's been quite a while, and everything had to be reorganized, and the module had to be slightly rewritten. So I did decide to do it. I have done it, and I just want to show you a quick build using that as an example, and just to make something really quick here to show how it could be used. There we go. Alright, we're going to use this. I don't know how well this is going to work in this example, but in this drum here, this is the FuelTastic generator. It can hold liquid fuel, oxidizer, propellant, ore. So it has a little bit, it can hold pretty much all those components. Now we can give this a little bit of what I'm thinking we might want to use a small fuel tank, because there's not much capacity there. So let's go here, let's grab a small fuel tank. Where's the small ones? This one? Yeah. The fuel tanks are kind of ugly, they don't quite match. What we're going to do is we're going to kill all the fuel. So we'll remove all the fuel. Up in here, we're going to take, or down, sorry, where's the radial attachment tanks? These are going to hold 75 of everything. And that's it. So it's empty. Now we'll call this FuelTastic Trainer. And we'll hit save and launch. I had something else sitting on the runway, so I had to clear that away. Okay, so here's our craft. Now, we're going to take off, but oops, I forgot to separate this into a separate stage. I would have had to scrub this. So for the Rapier engine, I guess it has automatic switching on, so closed cycle anyway. We're going to go to the unit. We're going to turn it on. Now it does have a sound, and that's just to tell you that it's running, but if you want it to be quiet, you can tell it to go into quiet mode. The effect and the light will still happen, but the sound will be gone. Now, this is running at pretty good efficiency by fluke, but we have a little math question here to solve. This is essentially to keep it tuned. So 520 divided by 4, you need to basically drag the sliders until you get it to the proper... oops, we ran out of electric charge. Okay, back to the launch pad. I had one issue where there was nothing generating electric charge on the ship, so I had to do that. Add these solar panels on here and a battery at the top, as you can see right here. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the module. We're going to activate it, and we're going to make it quiet. 3 squared is 9, so I'm going to solve this, and it is efficiency 1.0. which is what we want. Now every once in a while this will lose its tune and ask a different math question that you have to solve. You can know the answer, in which case you can get the efficiency high immediately. You can look up the answer online, or you can drag the sliders back and forth to try to find the answer yourself. You'll see the efficiency rating going up if you're getting closer to the answer. So I did that as a little bit of a fun thing to do for, to make it a little bit of a challenge. It's not free, so the conversion is not free. Again, the old FuelTastic used to use just energy to make the resource. Now it does require ore. So let's check our ore sources. As you can see, the ore is being used at a very, very low rate because our efficiency is good. If our efficiency was bad, like this, then the ore rate would go up and the fuel produced would go down. So you want to keep your unit running at optimal levels, so that if we check our fuel is being produced at a decent rate and our ore is being used at a lower rate. So once we have enough fuel built up, we can actually try to take off. This still does take quite some time to generate fuel. And because I never took a mono-propellant holder, the byproduct mono-propellant is being held inside the whatever, it doesn't have very much capacity, but it is being held inside the FuelTastic unit. So I actually have 2 liters of mono-propellant. We'll just wait until this fills up, and we'll speed up some time here. So if we check the tank, our electric charge is gone. Let's see here. Let's turn this off. Shut down the generator. Okay, let's check the electric charge. Electric charge is rising. Unfortunately, because of these very small solar panels that I have here, even at best efficiency, you're using a lot of electric charge to generate these resources. So it's definitely not free. It does have a cost, and it does have requirements in order for it to be used properly. And of course, tuning it is a large factor. Now, compared to the stock offering for the ore conversion to fuel, this does offer a better ratio when it's running at full efficiency. This size of a generator is best used on station, or something that can generate enough electricity to actually offset the use cost for the electric charge. Ideally, you want to have this on a station or on a processing facility. You could have multiple units, and you have to keep them all in tune to get the best conversion rate. That's fine. They work together. The smaller unit, which I haven't shown you yet, is probably more suited to a rocket this size because it uses less fuel, and it doesn't convert monopropellant. It just converts the 2 primary oxidizer and fuel, liquid fuel. So I may release it. I don't know. We'll see what comments are like and if there's any following whatsoever, and I might actually create a toggle on the small unit which will allow you to produce anything like xenon or anything like that. But we'll see. Don't forget to change my staging. Yeah. We'll put that there. It's ugly. Again, it's not meant for beauty. It's meant for function. So, we're going to put that there. We're going to... this one, again, only converts liquid fuel and oxidizer. Doesn't actually convert the monopropellant. So, we're going to take that. It is lighter. It's slightly lighter. And since it is in a container, it doesn't actually fill up with anything. So, that's good. But we'll take something on the other side here to increase our rate of production. So we'll take a solar panel that extends out, and it's 0.025, still not quite. Alright, well, we'll take a RTG, and beside it we'll take a 1x6 solar arrangement. Okay, 2. So we have 3 RTGs and this extendable. Okay, this is our last little test. We're going to set the Rapier engine to closed cycle. We're going to extend our solar package. And we have these solar panels, and we have RTGs. So we have a ton of... we'll keep this open to keep an eye on what's going on. I'm going to activate this. And I'm going to turn it to quiet mode. And that answer to this is 1 plus 1 times 0 plus 1. However, multiplication is done first, so 1 times 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 2. And we have full efficiency. Okay, so let's check our fuel container. We are building fuel. Check our ore containers. They are losing ore. Great. Now we can see if we are building or losing electric charge. Our electric charge is staying constant. So that's good. Okay, now we are going to increase the speed a bit. And we'll keep an eye on, well, we can keep an eye on the fuel tank here. We can keep an eye on ore right here as well. So as you can see, with fuel efficiency of 1, 0.22. Drop that down to 1. 3 squared is 9. Okay, back up to efficiency 1. Keep that cranked. Electric charge is rising. Now at nighttime, with this setup, the little battery here would not be able to hold enough electric charge to run this in an accelerated time frame. So you're going to want to produce, like, whatever, like your station will produce its fuel, I guess, during the day. Do not leave your ship with insufficient power to run this constantly. Turn this off if that's the case, or else it will drain your battery down. So we're almost full, and that will have taken, let's check this again because I'm afraid this might lose efficiency. The efficiency time can vary. There it goes again. So I'll turn this back down, and I will realign this. So even if you don't know the answer off by heart, you can basically just drag the bars around until you can guesstimate it. It's kind of like a little challenge. It's not too bad. Some questions are harder than others, so. Okay, we continue our conversion process. Now if you forget about it and it isn't tuned, you could be potentially wasting a lot of ore to produce very little fuel. So that's why it's something you have to check periodically to make sure that it's actually tuned up properly. So this will change anywhere from 5 minutes to 25 minutes. It will have to be re-tuned. I did that because, I don't want it to be free, and I want you to actually have an activity you should be maintaining things, and that's always been my approach to KSP, is like never make things too easy. But now, as you can see, we're not producing liquid fuel anymore. We're burning ore just to make oxidizer. So we're gonna keep doing that because I want a full loadout of fuel for that tank. But there's no way to shut off the process to make it more efficient just to create one. It creates all three and dumps the excess. Let's just pretend that's what it does. Okay, there we have it. We're full. So I'm going to shut down the generator, and I'll unpin it. Our ore is down to roughly, almost down to 50 per container. So 25, it's 100. We expended 100 ore, and we made 113 oxidizer and 92.5 liquid fuel. So that's a great conversion, and it didn't take forever to do. And the package is small. So answering some math questions can get you a lot further than with the stock setup. That's the benefit of FuelTastic. Okay, so we're going to retract this. We don't want it ripping off. We might need it, or we probably won't because this is not going to make it very far. We're going to crash. Anyways, actually I'll deploy the parachute, but we'll see. I'm going to drag the engine down here because I still haven't fixed my staging group yet, but we're good. Okay, so I'm going to put my SAS on. I don't have mono-propellant. I'm not going to put the RCS on, and I'm going to launch. Yes! Woohoo! Power from ore at a very good conversion rate. Now we could actually be converting while we're flying, but of course it's going to be nowhere near as fast as our expenditure rate. So it's best for things that can land and recharge, land, mine, and recharge, or just get into orbit and recharge with a station that handles all that. We're out. I'll wait for my speed to drop. Deploy. Not sure where we'll deploy, probably 500 or something ridiculous. Oh, it's opening up a bit. And there we are. It's fully open, I think. Yes. So we are still coming down too fast. That's our surface speed. Yeah. We're falling too quickly. So we're going to take a little bit of damage here. But we'll live. There we go. Okay guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoy FuelTastic. I think it'll be pretty cool, especially for you guys who want a challenge still, but you want a little bit more, you want a few more options to play with when it comes to generating fuel. Have a good day, guys. Until next time.